Good morning, Facebook world. I'm sitting in my car and I am officially about 20 minutes late from my very important date of being on Facebook for 30 days straight at 9 a.m. every morning. And I apologize for that for those of you who are waiting to speak to me. But here I am. I dropped the kiddos off and I was straight into connecting with my awesome, beautiful, brilliant team from overseas. And we're always chatting and connecting at this hour because it's their evening time and my morning time. So I'm going to make this quick today. Hey, Jen. I'm going to make this very quick today because I got to get on to my day, and you guys either got to get on to your day, you got to get into bed. Yeah. It's a beautiful day here. It's going to be a smoker too. Anyway, so today, the topic of today is no story, no problem. And Facebook is telling me to wait because it's building an audience for me. I know, I was going to say quick tip. And I was talking to my lovely girl, Natalie, this morning as she was at her place. And I was here. And I said, "How are you, babe?" And she goes, "I'm awesome." And it just made me realize how few people actually say that when somebody asks them how they are. So think about that. The last time somebody asked you how you were, said, "Hey, how you going?" That's what they say in Australia. How you going? How are you? Right? People, you probably get asked that about 10 times a day, right? Depending on how many conversations you're having, right? How you going? How are you? Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I'm all right. And then maybe even, launching into something shitty that's happened to you last night, yesterday, oh my gosh, I just can't get my kids ready for school, and oh my gosh, they're fun today, and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, right? All this garbage, right? And it requires such a change in the mindset to actually be, and I'm the same, we're just so conditioned to downplay things and really tell the world sometimes how shitty things are, right? So I challenge you, okay, the next time somebody asks how you are, okay, and this is what Natalie's doing, say, "I'm perfect," and just see what kind of reaction that gets from people. "I'm perfect." "Oh, really? How are you perfect?" Right? I can just see it, right? So this is really juicy stuff, okay? Really juicy stuff. So that's my challenge for you in the next 24 hours is every single time someone asks you in the next 24 hours how you are, how you going, how's things, how's your day, how's your night, how's your week, right? I challenge you to use some sort of adjective to describe how you are in a really kick-ass way. Like, "I'm awesome. I am brilliant." Hey, Nat. I am just sensational. Or even better, "I am perfect." Right? I am perfect because, awesome, Melody. Thanks for hopping on. Because, perfect is a state of mind, right? And it's nobody else's business to judge whether you're perfect or not, right? Perfect is something that you create in your own head. And perfect is a balance, a perfect balance between the positive and the negative. That's what perfect is, right? So, I always think we make things perfect, right? Perfect doesn't mean it's all good, right? We make things perfect. It's a mindset, right? So try that. Awesome challenge. Now, the title of today's live is No Story, No Problem. And I'm trying to come up with some really awesome content to throw at you guys for the next 30 days. I got so much stuff bubbling out of me. It's insane. But today, and it's always on the fly because I'm so busy, as we all are, but my life is starting to move at a fast pace. So no story, no problem. This is an awesome, brilliant, empowering empowering concept that I learned from a guy named David Wood, who is a beautiful, epic human being. He lives in Kelowna, Canada, British Columbia, Canada. He is aligned with the company that I am aligned with. He's a master trainer, international speaker, philanthropist. He is just brilliant. And when he introduces this concept of no story, no problem, okay, it's rather obvious, no story, no problem, right? He tells this story, and here it is. He's in his car with his two boys. Well, they were a lot younger, I think, than they are now. They're in the back seat. He's in the front seat, okay? Oh, I know. He's so awesome. He's in the front seat driving. They're in the back seat, and one of their bikes is in the back, right? And part of the bike is sort of hanging over the seat, right? I do that quite a bit. Throw the bikes in the car. Anyway, so they're driving along, and they get rear-ended by a guy in I think a big truck, like an 18-wheeler truck, right? Rear-ended hard. And, oh God, I've just forgotten how the story ends. And I think what happened is, just for a split second, the boys were playing with their helmets. They were putting their bike helmets on and off. And for a split second, David reaches back behind and does something. Anyway, the timing was immaculate with the boys putting their helmets on, because when they had this somebody rear end them, the bike went into one of the boys' heads, right? And he was basically saved from, having a lot more injuries, but they were very shaken up. It was a major accident, right? So David gets out of the car, right? Make sure his kids are okay, right? Takes a deep breath. And the driver of the vehicle, of the truck behind them, right, is trying to light a cigarette. My phone's shaking. He's so stressed out. And what he's expecting at that moment is for David to absolutely unleash on him, like unload on him. How dare you? How dare you do that? You nearly killed us. My car's ruined. My kids are injured. Oh my God, you blah, 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 right? So what does David do? He walks over and gives this guy a hug, a big hug, recognizing that he is in complete and utter shock, right? So here's the deal. It's a story. It's an event. Events happen all the time. All the time. Sometimes they're external to us. Sometimes we're the main show in the event, right? Events happen, okay? But what matters, what has impact on our mindset and how we operate, okay? How we feel, our stress levels, how we handle things, our happiness or lack of happiness, all comes down to our reaction to the event, right? And the story we create around the event, right? So in that situation, David could have created a story around that event. The guy's an asshole. It turns out he was on his phone. He's not paying attention. My kids are, they'll be permanently scarred, physically, psychologically, all this, the whole story around the whole deal, right? But he chose not to tell or create that story. He chose a story around forgiveness. He chose a story around calm. And, thank goodness his kids were okay, right? So this is so powerful, you guys. This is like this is like $1 million bloody dollar information I'm giving you here. This is so powerful. How you react to events in your life will determine your level of happiness, your level of stress, right? Your energy, the whole thing. How you react to events is massive. So, and it really forces you to put things in perspective. And, I am God, I work on this hard every day. And do I never lose my cool? Am I always perfect? Perfect. Never yell at my kids? Of course not, right? But the first step is always to be tuned into the thing, right? That's always the first step, is to tune into the thing so that you actually start catching yourself and thinking, hold on a second. Is it really necessary that I raise my voice right now? Hold on, is it really necessary that I freak out because somebody didn't follow through? Or somebody didn't show up to my coffee date? Or somebody didn't call me back? Or, some kid hit my kid, right? Or some kid said something to my kid. Or my kid said something to somebody else's kid, right? Or that my kid got a bad mark. Now I'm using these examples because I'm a mom, right? Or that somebody said something to me really mean, right? Because somebody could walk up to you really close to your face, okay, and scream into your face some serious nastiness. That's just the event. That's all it is. That's an event, right? And how you choose to react to that event is entirely up to you. It's entirely within your control, right? As to how you deal with that event. So some of you may be agreeing with that. Some of you may be saying, well, hold on a second, not all events are created equal, because there are some pretty horrific events that happen in the world, right? And I'm not disagreeing with that, right? But for every example of somebody, there's an example of somebody else who has overcome, a really adverse event. And I'm thinking of somebody in particular. I can't even think of his name right now. Gosh. Anyway, so some food for thought for you today. So I guess challenge number 2 is not all events are created equal, but you can always choose. Is that choose? Not so true. No, so true. Not all events are created equal, but you can choose. And created equal really is in the eye of the beholder, right? Because your perception or your opinion around an event, and whether it's really bad or whatever, is totally could differ significantly from somebody else, right? So again, not all events are created equal, but that's a value judgment even still, right? Anyway, we could talk about this all day. I hope you got some value from that. Challenge number 1, the next person that asks you how you are today, say something really mind-blowing like, I'm freaking amazing, I'm bloody awesome, I'm perfect, I'm sensational. It's okay to say that about yourself, by the way, right? Because I know some of you are thinking, oh God, I'm not sensational, I'm not perfect. How could I say that? Like, I'm not amazing, Yeah, you are. You are amazing. You are sensational. And you are perfect. You are. So just say it. That's challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, start tuning into how we react to events. It's a very, very powerful thing. So the next time you have an event, events are constantly happening around us, right? This is an event, and I'm choosing to get really excited about this event rather than keep myself in a state of nervousness. So anyway, I'm going to lose all data on my phone. I've been sitting in my car at school doing meetings all morning. So I hope you got some value from that. Day 2, 30 days of Facebook Live. Got lots of awesome stuff that is just bubbling from within me that I can't wait to share with you. So wherever you are in the world, have a good day, a good night, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.